Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen faced a potentially serious situation during his team's Week 5 matchup against the Houston Texans, sparking widespread debate about the NFL's handling of head injuries and its concussion protocol. The incident occurred late in the game, during a critical moment in the fourth quarter, as Allen's team tried to overcome a 23-20 deficit. On a 3rd and -8 play, Allen dropped back to pass but was tackled hard as he released the ball. His head bounced off the turf forcefully, and Allen remained on the ground for a few moments, appearing dazed. Medical personnel quickly rushed onto the field to evaluate him. Allen, 28, eventually got up and walked off under his own power but headed straight to the sideline's blue medical tent, raising immediate concerns about whether he had suffered a concussion. Despite the violent nature of the hit and the sight of Allen lying on the ground, he returned to the field just 5 plays later, prompting criticism of the NFL's concussion protocol and the decision to allow him back into the game so quickly. Backup quarterback Mitch Trubisky briefly entered the game, handing the ball off to running back James Cook after the Bills recovered a fumble by Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud. During the post-game news conference, Allen addressed the injury and his brief exit, explaining that he had been evaluated for multiple injuries. "I took a big shot to the chest and rolled my ankle there," Allen said. "They flagged me for hitting my head but felt good enough to go back in the game." He indicated that he had been assessed for a potential concussion but was ultimately cleared to return. However, Allen's return was not without controversy. He re-entered the game with the Bills deep in Texans territory, but his performance following the injury was shaky. He failed to complete any of his 5 passing attempts after returning, and the Bills were unable to mount a comeback, falling to the Texans 23-20. Despite his struggles, Allen didn't show visible signs of worsening injury, but many fans and analysts questioned whether he should have been allowed back on the field so quickly after such a significant hit to the head. The NFL's concussion protocol outlines strict steps for managing potential head injuries. Under the protocol, players must be immediately evaluated if they show any signs or symptoms of a concussion or if anyone on the field, including athletic trainers, team doctors, sideline or booth neurotrauma consultants, officials, or even teammates, raises concerns. The evaluation is meant to ensure that players do not return to play prematurely, minimizing the risk of long-term brain damage or other serious consequences. It's unclear who specifically initiated Allen's evaluation, but the swift return left many wondering if the procedures were followed thoroughly. In recent years, the NFL has made significant changes to its concussion policy to prioritize player safety, especially after high-profile incidents involving head injuries. These protocols were designed to prevent the recurrence of situations where players return to the field before fully recovering. Allen's quick return, despite the obvious concern about his head injury, brought back memories of previous controversies surrounding the league's handling of concussions, sparking debate about whether the system is working as intended. Ultimately, while Josh Allen was cleared and finished the game without further visible injury, the incident highlighted ongoing concerns about player safety in the NFL. Fans, analysts, and medical experts alike are left questioning whether the protocol is rigorous enough to protect players from the long-term effects of head injuries, or whether competitive pressure continues to influence decision-making in critical game situations.